Before they stepped into the spotlight, many of today's beloved country music stars were ordinary people grinding through difficult and sometimes downright miserable jobs. The journey to fame in Nashville rarely happens overnight, and the reality for most aspiring artists involves years of tough work, long hours, and sacrifices in order to keep their dreams alive. From cleaning dirty motel rooms to hauling heavy equipment, these country icons prove that hard work and grit were part of their story long before record deals and sold-out arenas. Luke Bryan, peanut farm laborer turned superstar. Luke Bryan's path to becoming one of the biggest names in country music didn't begin with bright lights and number-one hits. He grew up working on his family's peanut farm in Georgia. Bryan has openly shared that his days often involved long, hot hours in the fields, hauling bags of peanuts and getting covered in dust. The work was physically exhausting, and like many farm jobs, it taught him discipline and perseverance. Though it was a far cry from stadium tours, Bryan credits those early years for shaping his work ethic. Looking back, he admits farming wasn't glamorous, but it instilled a sense of responsibility that carried over to his career in music. Miranda Lambert, cleaning houses to pay the bills. Before Miranda Lambert became a chart-topping artist known for her fiery performances and bold lyrics, she was cleaning houses in her hometown of Lindale, Texas. Lambert has said that she took whatever jobs she could to help support herself while chasing her country music dreams. Cleaning strangers' homes wasn't exactly fun or glamorous, but it paid the bills when she was trying to break into the industry. She has also reflected that those humble beginnings kept her grounded, giving her a deeper appreciation for the success she now enjoys. Today, when fans sing along to her hits like The House That Built Me, they might not realize how literally she once worked in other people's houses just to keep her dream alive. Dierks Bentley, struggling bartender and odd job king. Dierks Bentley's story is another reminder that before the fame, many artists faced years of financial struggle. Bentley worked a string of odd jobs in Nashville, including long nights tending bar. He has described his time behind the counter as grueling but also inspiring, since it gave him a front-row seat to the Nashville nightlife and music scene. Bentley often joked that bartending gave him material for songwriting, seeing heartbreak, celebrations, and late-night confessions unfold in real time. Though it wasn't a dream job, it gave him a chance to network and stay connected to the heart of Music City until his big break finally came. Shania Twain, flipping burgers and hardship at home. Shania Twain, one of the most successful female country artists of all time, endured a childhood filled with financial struggle. Before her rise to global stardom, she worked at McDonald's flipping burgers and cleaning up in the fast food chain. Twain has spoken candidly about her rough upbringing, including times when her family didn't have enough food or adequate heating in their home. Taking on fast food jobs was essential for survival, but it also pushed her to keep aiming for something bigger. Her resilience and determination eventually paid off when she transformed from a small-town Canadian girl with a spatula in hand to a record-breaking superstar. Kenny Chesney, mailroom clerk with big dreams. Kenny Chesney's road to fame started in perhaps one of the least glamorous places imaginable, a mailroom. Chesney worked as a mailroom clerk while trying to make a name for himself in the Nashville scene. It was monotonous and far removed from the excitement of performing on stage, but it was steady work that allowed him to stay close to the industry he loved. Chesney has often joked about the irony of handling piles of envelopes and letters while secretly dreaming that one day his name would be the one on music contracts and platinum records. That dream, of course, came true, but not before plenty of long days sorting mail. Reba McEntire, ranch work and rodeo life. Reba McEntire, now a country music legend, wasn't afraid of getting her hands dirty long before she hit it big. Raised on an Oklahoma ranch, she worked tirelessly with livestock and even competed in rodeos. Ranch work meant early mornings, endless chores, and plenty of physical challenges. But it also taught her resilience and toughness, qualities that shine through in her commanding stage presence. McEntire's pre-fame life was rooted in the kind of hard work that few would envy, but it gave her the grit and determination to stand out in the competitive world of country music. Blake Shelton, roofer before the records. Blake Shelton, now known for his hits and his charismatic role as a coach on television, once worked under the blazing Oklahoma sun as a roofer. The job was physically demanding, involving long hours and dangerous conditions. Shelton has said that the experience taught him what real work feels like and made him appreciate the opportunities that eventually came his way in music. Roofing may not have been glamorous, but it kept him grounded, and he's never forgotten the lessons of working with his hands in tough conditions. Dolly Parton, factory worker with big ambitions. Long before she became a country music icon and cultural treasure, Dolly Parton worked in a factory making car parts. Raised in poverty in rural Tennessee, Parton often had to pitch in to support her large family. The factory work was repetitive and exhausting, but she used her imagination to keep herself entertained, often humming melodies while on the job. Her determination to escape that life and pursue music gave her the drive that eventually led to one of the most remarkable careers in entertainment history. Garth Brooks, nightclub bouncer. Before Garth Brooks became one of the best-selling solo artists in history, he was working nights as a bouncer in bars and nightclubs. The job wasn't easy. It involved dealing with rowdy crowds and the occasional fight. Brooks has said the experience helped toughen him up and taught him how to handle different personalities, a skill that later translated into his dynamic and commanding stage performances. While breaking up bar fights might not sound like a stepping stone to fame, it gave him the resilience needed to endure the ups and downs of the music industry. Carrie Underwood, gas station worker in Oklahoma. Carrie Underwood's life before winning a televised singing competition included shifts at a local gas station in Chakotah, Oklahoma. Underwood has talked about how she would stock shelves, clean, and help customers fill up their tanks. While the job wasn't terrible, it certainly wasn't glamorous, and it was a far cry from the dazzling career she would go on to build. The experience made her appreciate the value of hard work and humility, qualities that shine through even as she stands on the biggest stages in the world. The bigger picture: hard work behind the hits. What all these stories reveal is that behind every polished music video and stadium concert is a history of sweat, sacrifice, and perseverance. Country music has always been rooted in authenticity and storytelling, and part of that authenticity comes from the real-life struggles its stars have faced. These difficult pre-fame jobs gave artists not just financial stability, but also valuable life experiences that seep into their songs and performances.